Greetings and welcome to Cities Skylines as I take an advanced look at the new Disasters DLC, which is available on Tuesday, the 29th of November. And wow. I mean, guys, look, it's Cities Skylines. This is one of my favorite games of recent years. It's a city builder, of course. It's the best city builder. I ran quite a long series back in the day where I built the wonderful wizarding city of Wizardtopia, and I've always been meaning to come back and do another series in it. So we're going to do that, exactly that. We're going to make a wizarding city in the snow with disasters. Disasters are available to be rained down upon us. They will come at random. They have been enabled, and we shall see what they deliver and whether we are able to weather the storm. Clearly, this is a harsh world. Clearly, this is a frozen wasteland, an isolated, frozen environment, presumably on the very edges of civilization, cut off from most of the wizarding world, and perhaps even the non-wizarding world. Isolated and alone in the far north. But where is this strange and mysterious ice-shrouded landscape? Well, it's Scotland. Yes, that's right, it's the Scotland map. In fact, it's the whole of the United Kingdom, and indeed Ireland over there, which came off of the workshop. However, the map on the workshop is like the Great Britain map on the workshop. Was not a snowfall map, so I had to take the height map from that, import it in as a snowfall map, which meant I had to repaint all the forests and stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's wizard this up just a little bit. So this is not like an accurate height map per se. It's got like a massive great big Ben Nevis here, we've got the Cairngorms, we've got Loch Ness up here, which I'm particularly proud of. I really like Loch Ness. This massive lake here is perhaps not actually there IRL, but I needed to feed it with some water, and I wanted to have a waterfall. There is a waterfall more or less here that I fell in when I was 22 or something, 21, 20, 19. I was pretty young at the time, and we were on a boating holiday on Loch Ness, and we went sort of walking about here, and we found this waterfall, and I was clambering about on the rocks like a fool, and in I went straight down the waterfall, probably the closest I've ever come to dying, but it was great. What fun times. So I thought I would recreate it here in my wonderful Disasters snowfall map to to maybe build a home next to or something. We've also got the Edinburgh area here. So this is Edinburgh. I don't know if any of you have been to Edinburgh. It is where I live. It is where I call my home. And we've got the mound here with Edinburgh Castle on it. The Royal Mile will go right here. It's probably not quite a mile in-game, but it's the Royal Mile. We've got Arthur's Seat here, complete with mysterious shipwreck, which has been perched atop Arthur's Seat. I'm pretty sure that's actually there in real life. I mean, it's been ages since I've been down there, so I may be mistaken about that. Carlton Hill with its observatory. Oh yeah, it's all here. It's all here. There's a few other details out in the rest of the United Kingdom here as well. Unfortunately, Ireland got a little bit neglected. I'm sorry, Ireland. Basically, I ran out of time. I really wanted to do Ireland as this sort of like, a sort of future goal, a place to eventually end up, almost a utopia. But in the end, I just kind of, ran out of time and forgot about it. So, sorry, Ireland. There is a load of resources over there, though. So if we need resources, we can go to Ireland and just kind of, exploit it horribly. So there we go. Fantastic. It is a completely isolated, frozen wasteland, devoid of civilization and cut off from the rest of the world. I.e., it's Britain after Brexit. But we are gonna breathe new life into this frozen, abandoned wasteland, which presumably is this way because of some kind of action of the hobo wizard. We know he's still out there. That hobo wizard, he didn't go away. Oh no. In fact, I mean, is it just me who finds it slightly coincidental that the hobo wizard disappears and then Brexit happens and Donald Trump gets voted in as the US president? I mean, have you ever seen the hobo wizard and Boris Johnson in the same room together? Coincidence? I don't think so. Clearly he has been up to no good in our world, and we're going to have to do something about it. But first, we need to build some cities, because that's what we're here to do. Or at least little towns and villages and things, because we're up in Scotland at the moment, so this isn't going to be all, like, built up. There's going to be no high-rises. There's probably going to be no Glasgow, because I haven't really left room for it. what with Edinburgh basically dominating this area. Yeah, we'll see. We're probably going to leave Edinburgh itself for a little while as well until we have a bit more like medium density stuff that we can put in there and things. Build roads! Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm building roads. I am building roads. I'm here to build roads. We need to have like a connection coming off of the highway here. This highway, by the way, look, this highway, and indeed the railway connection, just goes all the way. It just goes straight off over there to, I guess, Sweden, across the North Sea there. It's a thing of beauty. I mean, this is like a wizarding highway and a half. Also, there's this island out here, which has just sort of appeared. Actually, I intended to put resources on that island, but I have just recalled that I may have forgotten to do so. So that might just be just a random bit of flat land out there. A small wizarding island that we maybe do something with. I was going to put oil on it, and that could be like the North Sea oil platform, but yeah, sorry, forgot. Never mind. Let's crack on. We're 7 minutes in. We haven't built anything. Quick! There, look, I've built a road. I've built a road, and I'm going to build yet more roads. Oh, something else that we can do. We've got radio stations, look. This is new in Disasters. We can select between Cities Skylines, like original soundtrack. We can have classic here. For those of a slightly more refined taste, who perhaps like to sit in a nice comfy chair with a glass of port, smoking a cigar, and commenting on the day's political manoeuvrings, whilst wearing slippers by an open fire. A more civilized people, in a more civilized age. For those from a less civilized age, however, they've also got Cities Radio, which is currently playing Magica, Donka Donka. Oh, that's just awesome. This is a great tune. Basically what they've done is they've taken a bunch of music tracks from various other games published by Paradox, and they've put them in as a radio channel in Cities Skylines, which is frankly a stroke of genius. 100 bonus points to whoever thought of that idea. It's pure genius. We also have Gold FM here, which I can't select because it has copyrighted music in it, and therefore the evil demons of the YouTube copyright claims dimension will cast their spells upon us if we try and use it. So we can't use that. So we're either going to go with classical, but I think really it has to be Cities Radio, doesn't it, for the time being? I mean, ooh, a bit of Crusader Kings 2, Viking metal. Nice. Yeah, I think this is the right selection. We're going to certainly listen to this for a while, and we'll probably mix in a bit of classical as well, because we like that sort of thing. Right, we were building roads. We're just building roads. Just building roads. And we've got a bit of a problem here. Can I, like... I don't think this is going to fit if I, like, do it like that and then try and come across. I think that's going to be too tight, so... What I want to do is... Come on, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me come off this way. There. Two. Oh, there. There. Exactly there. This one then. Kind of want it to come this way a little bit. This way a little bit. Alright, let's try that. Let's try that. It's gonna be... I mean, this is a pretty tame Wizarding Junction by Wizarding Junction standards, like those of you who may recall the Wizarding Junctions of old, but we have very little money at the moment, so we have to be at least sort of a little bit sensible. Hold on, let's just start this here. Put the bridge across, like that. Can this fit through? Oh, come on, fit through. Be a boss, fit through. It's not gonna fit through, you know. What if we go like this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fit it through. Fitting it through like the boss. Okay, now can we hook this up? Yes! It is done! It is the first Wizarding Junction in creation here in... oh, by the way, Snow Britannia! Yes, it is the world of Snow Britannia. Sort of giving away the fact that it's a Britannia map, I suppose. If you were sort of waiting for the big reveal at the beginning, never mind. It'll probably be in the thumbnail anyway. Good. Look at that. Look at that junction. It's brilliant. It's the best. We're going to start building on this side because, like I said, I want to leave Edinburgh until we've got medium density stuff and, like, you know, things to make it really nice and fancy and decent. We need to come down to ground level. Should we do this on a bend. That. Perfect. Perfect. Oh dear. They know how to build roads in New Wizardtopia, I'm telling you. Snow Britannia / whatever we wound up calling the place. Basically, there's going to be lots of independent settlements. That's my plan. Lots of independent little towns and villages scattered across the map, hopefully with their own services. I'm pretty sure that's going to work. I'm pretty sure it's going to be utterly amazing. We just have to make sure we don't run out of money. And we're going to start here. This area is called Queen's Ferry in IRL, or sort of like around here, under the bridges. It's the 4th road bridge, 4th rail bridge. Not looking quite as cool as the real 4th rail bridge, unfortunately. And this is the 4th replacement crossing, which we've had to build, despite the fact that the road bridge is only 50 years old, because apparently it was rubbish, and it's not going to last, so we need a new one. Fortunately, that means we've got like one going one way and one going the other way, which is just perfect. Alright, let's have a little winding road, like many a winding road coming down here. We want this to kind of like come along the waterfront bit. Like this. Okay, well, we'll leave that to go like under there in the future. I'm not sure this is exactly the way the road in Queen's Ferry goes, but it doesn't matter because this isn't Queen's Ferry, this is Wizard's Ferry. The best of all ferries and ferry-like places. Let's have some straight roads coming off here for a bit of efficiency early on. We can make them nicer later. We can maybe have like a little bit there, going right up to the... Oh no, that's just hideous. It's just utterly hideous. Let's get rid of that. Can we have it? Maybe a road coming up here. Let's go back to the squiggly roads. Already, I just can't do like those horrible straight roads everywhere. It's just not the way. It's just not the done way. It's not the done thing. We'll have another one coming off down here. That. A couple of side roads. Go. That'll do for a first settlement. We just got like kind of a main street running through here. We could make this junction possibly slightly better. Should clean that up. We connect these two roads together. Like that. There we go. And then we have this one coming down. That looks better. That looks like more of the thing that we want. Of course, we're going to need water as well. So let's get in a pumping station, and where better to pump your fresh water from than the beautiful, look, let's come out of this, the beautiful Loch Lomond and the Trossachs, full of crystal clear water, presumably like melt water from all of this snow and ice and things. Loch Lomond and the Trossachs, one of the best, most beautiful national parks in the country, and apparently it's got some sunken trees in it, which is interesting. I didn't notice that before, but it just adds to the character, doesn't it? There we go, we're going to get a pumping station. Hopefully people won't mind us pumping water out of the beautiful idyllic surroundings and natural landscape, unspoilt wilderness of the Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park, because we need fresh water. We need it. We need all of it. Precious. Let's get some pipes. So we want this to come up, I guess, like this. We'll probably want to build up here as well, so let's just kind of, whilst we're here, complete the circuit, make sure the water elementals are pleased and are not going to go running amok like they're so wont to do. We also, of course, need to get rid of all of our wizarding waste using a drainage pipe. And I could just spew this out into the Firth of Forth, but this is like going to be, even though this is our first building, we want this to be sort of like fairly nice. So let's just spew it out over here instead. We'll spew it out into the North Sea, just on the outside of the Firth of Forth. We've still got a little bit of water flow here to sort of hopefully carry it away a bit from us. This is only a stopgap solution. And by the way, in case you know Edinburgh, yes, that's right, I'm putting a raw sewage effluence pipe in Leith. There we go. Have that, Leith. I used to live in Leith. Nice place. Nice place. apart from the raw sewage effluent pipe, obviously. Right, let's just connect that up. There we go. We're also going to need some power. And, of course, we want to be green. We want to be green and, like, you know, environmentally friendly. We don't want to... We've already got a frozen world. Although, to be fair, a bit of global warming might actually be good for this world. But we are wizards. And wizards are generally environmentally friendly types. Except, of course, when... is that water in Cities Street Gardens? I don't think it is. Except, of course, when it comes to pumping raw effluents up into everyone's water and things. But we're going to go with wind power to begin with. We might have to drop down a coal-fired power plant because it, you know, in snowfall it can be quite difficult maintaining your power requirements. And the best place around here, I think you'll all agree, to put a wind turbine is right on Arthur's Seat. I don't think the tourists will mind there being a wind turbine up there, and it's going to be great for power and things. It's sort of facing that way. I don't know if that's the best way for it to face, but that's the way it is facing. We need to connect that up as well, obviously. We need to connect up the sewage works. Sewage works, call them sewage works. It's just a raw effluents pipe. That's all it is. And we need to connect this up as well. Let's... I'd love to run it around behind the castle, but I don't think we can do it. I think we're going to run off the edge of our available territory here, so we're going to have to come down in front of the castle. We'll just... this is just a temporary stopgap measure. I know the tourists are not going to be, like, particularly happy, but we're going to have this. There you go. We'll try and, like, skip past the castle so as not to ruin the view too much from Princess Street Gardens of the historically important castle, which is not actually a ruin, IRL, but a ruin, I think, is cooler, frankly. Can we jump over here? Look. Come back here. Oh, yes, we can. There we go. And then, I guess we could build on this road to give us, like, let's just maybe come down to there. Right there. Good. Good. We'll put a bit of commercial, maybe, up here on this road. Little commercial section. And then we'll have residential down here. Residential... maybe a bit more commercial in, like, right underneath the overpass, because who wants to live underneath a road bridge? Even a replacement crossing, which I hear is better than a road bridge, because it's called a replacement crossing. It's a bit of a dull name, isn't it? I think it's going to get, like, a proper name once it gets opened. I think it's just called the 4th replacement crossing at the moment, because, frankly, even though 4th road bridge is also a 4th rail bridge, both are fairly unimaginative names. But in this world of... you know, Boaty McBoatfaces, or at least Boaty the Submersible, along with the really rather respectably named Sir David Attenborough research vessel, which I do approve of, by the way. I mean, David Attenborough, solid guy. Plus, he's got the best first name that you can have. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna undo some of these because we want to leave a little bit of room for, like, parks and recreation and things. I don't know where exactly we can fit those in. Maybe one in there. Might be able to fit a park in there. Maybe you could fit a park in right there. Put a bit more residential in here. And actually we're going to break up some of these big plots because we don't want this to be like a huge place. We want it to be maybe some big houses back there. We want this to be kind of rural, you know, like a rural idyll. It's going to be rural and idyll-like. Very idyll. All of the idylls are going to be found here in the newly christened Wizard's Ferry. There we go. Put that. Oh, actually, look. Let's go like that. I'll leave that big mushroom. Yes, there are giant mushrooms just generally growing about in Snow Britannia. I think you're just going to have to deal with that fact. It's not going to change. We love giant mushrooms. It's possibly something to do with the curse. Or Brexit. Who knows? I think we can probably blame most things on Brexit. I think we're good to unpause it, you know. Let's unpause it. We've been running for, what, about 20 minutes, so it's probably about time to wrap up this episode. But we'll just make sure that everything is in order, that we've got power, that we've got water. We don't have power to this thing. Hold on, we need to put power to this. Let's run power cable. Should we, like... We only need to run it probably to about here once these start to build. Come on, build out to here. Build out to here. We want to connect. Somebody buy this plot. Buy it. I command you to buy it. I'm just going to assume someone's going to buy it, and I'm going to pluck that down now. It's going to happen. You wait and see. Look, let's get in nice and low. We'll watch the new buildings happening almost immediately. We have built it and they shall come. This snowy world, this isolated and frozen wasteland, this once great Avalon, will be reborn. A new wizarding empire shall arise here, a mighty city spanning the entire landmass. A world free from the woes and trials of other lands. A paradise for wizarding kind. Frozen, yes, but magical. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.